Hello friends and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. We are continuing today with our 1970 Chicago Cubs replay using Fall Classic Baseball cards and dice simulation. We are up to May 12th, 1970. This is game 28 in the Cubs season. They have a record of 15-12 at the moment coming into today's game, which means that, like in real life, they had a 15-12 record and they had a 2.5 game lead in first place in the National League Eastern Division. So things are starting to come together a little bit for the Cubs. They're playing better. They're getting better starting pitching, and so they're able to avoid the use of a rather arsonistic bullpen. And so when they get good pitching, they usually win the game. Today is the second game of the middle series in a homestand for the Cubs. The first 4 games were a series against the Cincinnati Reds, and the last game was the start of this 2-game series with the Atlanta Braves. Today is the last game of the series with the Braves, and then the New York Mets come to town before the Cubs hit the road one more time. Now, the opposing pitcher, one other thing, the Cubs have made a trade. They traded Boots Day before today's game to the Montreal Expos, and in return they received catcher Jack Hyatt, who will be, due to J.C. Martin's inability to hit the ball at all, Jack Hyatt's going to get a lot of playing time over the next couple of months. Sometimes I use Leo DeRocher's lineups, sometimes I don't. Today I am, actually. The opposition lineups are always as played, because if we don't, heads explode all over this great land of ours. The opposing pitchers today will be right-hander Pat Jarvis for the Atlanta Braves, and he'll be opposed by left-hander Ken Holtzman for the Chicago Cubs. Holtzman has had a bunch of no decisions so far in this season, but his one-loss record is 2-0. All right, so with no further ado, let's get to today's starting lineups. For the visiting Atlanta Braves, managed by Lum Harris, leading off at shortstop, it's Sonny Jackson. Batting second at second base, Felix Millan. Batting third in right field, Henry Aaron. Batting fourth in left field, Rico Cardi. Batting fifth, first baseman, Orlando Cepeda. Batting sixth today, third baseman, Clete Boyer. Batting seventh, center fielder Tony Gonzalez. And batting eighth, it's catcher Bob Tillman. On the mound, it's right-hander Pat Jarvis. In 1970, Pat Jarvis had 34 starts, 11 complete games, good for 254 innings of work. His one-loss record was 16-16. For the homestanding Cubs, Don Kessinger will lead off at shortstop. Glenn Beckert bats second at second base. Billy Williams bats third in left field. Ron Santo will bat fourth. He'll play third base. Johnny Callison bats fifth. He'll play right field. Ernie Banks bats sixth. He'll play first base. Jim Hickman bats seventh. He'll play center. And J.C. Martin will bat eighth and do the catching. On the mound, it's Ken Holtzman, 2-0 in the replay. 38 starts in real life, 15 complete games, good for 288 innings of work. He was 17-11 in 1970. All right, so we are ready to go. See what kind of stuff everybody's got today. Start with Kenny Holtzman. And we'll check his stuff. He has B stuff. And Pat Jarvis has B stuff as well. All right, so Sonny Jackson steps in. We're using a combination of dice and fast action cards for our Fall Classic baseball results today. Ken Holtzman kicks and deals to the Braves shortstop, and we start with trouble. This is going to get in the gap. It's going to shoot past Callison. Cut off by Hickman. Jackson around second. And he cruises into second with a leadoff double. Holtzman the stretch, the pitch to Felix Millan. Ground ball, Glenn Beckert. To his left, he gloves it and throws to Banks. For the first out in the first inning, Sonny Jackson advances to third, and now it's Henry Aaron. Infield is back. The pitch from Holtzman to Aaron is hit in the air to left, but not deep. Coming in is Billy Williams. Jackson cannot tag, and there are two down. That's a big out. Here's Rico Carty with a .366 average in 1970. This is not exactly an easy out. The pitch from Holtzman to Carty, and there's a base hit, and it's 1-0 Braves. Carty goes to first. Billy Williams throws it back in, and Orlando Cepeda comes to the plate. Holtzman the stretch, the pitch to Cepeda. Could be, no, not ball four. It's hit in the air to left. Billy Williams into left center. Makes a nice running catch, and that retires the Braves, but they get a run in the first on 2 hits and take the lead at 1-0. Pat Jarvis takes the mound now against Kessinger, Beckert, and Williams in the Cubs' bottom of the first. Jarvis kicks and deals to Kessinger. And it's a base hit for Kessinger to right field. Henry Aaron throws it back in. Beckert's up. And it's about a chance. It's a chance for about the only strategy you can really do here. Jarvis the stretch, the pitch to Beckert. There goes Kessinger, and the hit and run is on. Comebacker to Jarvis. He knocks it down. Picks it up. His only play is going to be to Cepeda at first, and that retires Beckert as Kessinger moves to second. Billy Williams is up. Jarvis the stretch and the delivery to Billy Williams. Another comebacker. That's going to hold Beckert at second. Jarvis flips to first, and that will retire the sweet swinger. And now Ron Santo. Jarvis the stretch, the pitch to the Cubs' third baseman. Santo, line drive, caught by a leaping Felix Millan, and that will retire the Cubs in the first. Cubs looking to stretch their division lead in this game. Holtzman will face Boyer, Gonzalez, and Tillman coming up in the Braves' second inning. Ken Holtzman kicks and deals to Boyer, and there's a base hit to left. Drops in front of Billy Williams. He collects it and throws it back in. Now it's Tony Gonzalez. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Holtzman. The Cub infield playing for 2. That's ball 4. There's 2 on now for Bob Tillman. Pat Jarvis is on deck. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Tillman. Base hit for Bob Tillman. Goes to center field. Hickman collects it and makes a nice throw cut off by Banks, and the bases are loaded with Braves for Pat Jarvis. So Boyer had to put the brakes on coming around third. The bases are dripping with Braves, and Jarvis at the plate. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Jarvis is going to be a ballpark check. Jarvis, a right-handed batter. And that is hit, foul ball, drifting toward the stands. Ernie Banks toward the railing, and it's out of play. Somebody from Glen Ellen made that play, and Pat Jarvis will get another life. Cub infield playing for 2. And why not? Let's put a play on here. And no, not going to do it. All right, Holtzman, the stretch, the pitch. Jarvis. Ground ball, Kessinger. Kessinger goes to Beckert for one. The relay to Santo is not in time. Bob Tillman with a hard slide into second breaks up the double play. Boyer scores from third. An RBI for Jarvis as he is safe at first. Tony Gonzalez moves to third. There's Braves at the corners now with one out for Sonny Jackson. 2-0 Atlanta. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Sonny. Hey, no strikeout. Ground ball, Ernie Banks. Banks fires to Kessinger for one. And that's all they're going to get. They're going to get Jarvis 3-6 on the fielder's choice. Gonzalez scores from third. It's 3-0 Braves. And Jackson is safe at first for Felix Millan. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Felix. Base hit. This could be trouble. No, it's a base hit into center field. Stopping at second is Jackson. There's 2 outs and 2 on now for Henry Aaron. Braves lead 3-0. Joe Decker is going to start to throw in the Cubs bullpen. Leo wants this game. Holtzman the stretch. The pitch to Aaron. Hit in the air to right. Toward the line is Johnny Callison, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. But the Braves get 2 on 3 hits. They leave 2. After an inning and a half, the Braves are up 3-0. Pat Jarvis will face Johnny Callison, Ernie Banks, Jim Hickman in the Cubs' second inning. Pat Jarvis winds and deals to Callison. Johnny hits it in the air and deep. Back goes Gonzalez, warning track. He's got it for out number 1. Now it's Banks. Jarvis to Banks. Ground ball, Cleat Boyer. He's up with it and throws to Cepeda for out number 2. And Hickman coming up. And Hickman to center and deep. Back goes Tony Gonzalez. The park will never hold it. 3-1 Braves, and J.C. Martin coming up. Jarvis kicks and deals to Martin. This could be trouble to right and deep. Back goes Aaron, and caught in the well in right field for out number 3. J.C. Martin, one more biscuit for breakfast, and he gets another run for the Cubs. As it is, after 2, it's the Braves 3, the Cubs 1. All right, Rico Carty leading off. He'll be followed by Cepeda and Boyer. Against Kenny Holtzman, giving up 3 quick runs in 2 innings so far. Pitch is hit in the air by Carty to center field. That's Jim Hickman under it, and there's 1 down in the 3rd. Cepeda now. Holtzman kicks and deals. There's trouble for the Cubs. Center field and deep. It's over Hickman's head, and it's going to get off the wall. Around first comes Cepeda. He cruises into second with a 1-out double, and now it's Boyer, and Holtzman's problems continue. Joe Decker starts to throw again in the Cubs bullpen for Leo DeRocher. Boyer at the plate. He singled and scored last inning. The pitch from Holtzman. Hey, struck him out on a bender. First strikeout for Holtzman. 2 gone in the 3rd. Tony Gonzalez up. Bob Tillman is next. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. He's got the bender working, and that gets the Cub left-hander out of the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of 3. It's Braves 3, Cubs 1. And Holtzman will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. against Braves right-hander Pat Jarvis. Holtzman hit 200 in 1970. The pitch from Jarvis. Hey, struck him out. The baked beans. Gas. First strikeout for Jarvis. And Kessinger now, top of the order. Jarvis winds and deals. This will be a base hit for Kessinger to left field. He takes the Braves right-hander the other way. Kessinger's been hot. And now it's Beckert. Jarvis the stretch, the pitch to Glenn. Kessinger not going. Comebacker, gloved by Jarvis. Jarvis goes to second for one. The relay to Cepeda by shortstop Sonny Jackson is not in time. Beckert beats the rap at first. Kessinger retired 1-6 on the fielder's choice, and here's Billy Williams. Jarvis kicks and deals to the sweet swinger. Right field, toward the line. Henry Aaron is going to make the catch for out number 3. We go to the 4th. Braves 3. Braves 3, Cubs 1. Holtzman will face Tillman, Jarvis, and Jackson 8-9-1 in the Braves order in the top of the 4th. The pitch from Kenny to the Braves catcher is hit to left and deep. Back goes Billy Williams, and it's gone. Onto the catwalk for Bob Tillman, a 4-1 Braves lead. And Joe Decker, for the 3rd time today, gets up and starts throwing for the Cubs. Holtzman having trouble with his stuff, getting it up. And Jarvis comes to the plate now. The pitch. Jarvis swings and hits it in the air to center. Jim Hickman coming in. Makes the catch for out number 1. In inning number 4, Jackson against Holtzman now, lefty-lefty matchup. Sonny hits it to left, dying quail. Here comes Billy Williams, and there's 2 gone in the Braves' 4th. And Felix Millan. Henry Aaron would be next. The pitch to left, but not deep. Billy Williams one more time. Going to put it away for out number 3. The Braves add a run on the Tillman homer. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Braves 4, Cubs 1. Santo, Callison, and Banks coming in the Cubs' 4th. Jarvis kicks and deals. Base hit, Ron Santo to right field. They take Jarvis the other way. He's on with the leadoff single. Here's Callison. Jarvis the stretch. Braves infield playing for a double play. The pitch to Callison is ball 4. The Cubs have a couple of base runners now for Ernie Banks. Double play depth remains for the Braves. Trying to turn it on Mr. Cub. Jarvis the stretch and the pitch. Gonna be an error check if he doesn't strike him out on a 1-3. He does not strike him out. The error check will be for Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda is an error 9 at first base. He makes the play, fires to Jackson for 1, and the relay to Pat Jarvis covering is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 3-6-1 double play turned by the Braves. Santo goes to 3rd, but there's now 2 outs. And Jim Hickman coming to the plate. Jarvis the stretch, the pitch to Hickman. Could be. It is a base hit that drops into center field in front of Tony Gonzalez. And the Cubs get a run. 4-2 Braves now, and J.C. Martin comes to the plate with Hickman at first. Ken Holtzman would be next. The pitch from Jarvis to Martin. And J.C. pops it up. Wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Felix Millan on the infield dirt will take it for out number 3. So the Braves get a run in the 4th, but the Cubs answer. We go to the 5th with your score, Atlanta 4, Chicago 2. The Cubs have had all sorts of problems with the Braves. They take 3 of 4 from the Reds, the first place team, and the Braves in 1970 were very mediocre, and this Cub team can't seem to put them away. Henry Aaron, Rico Carty, Orlando Cepeda, a trio of right-handed batters coming up for the Braves in the 5th. Holtzman kicks and deals. To right, but not deep. Callison in right center is going to make the catch for out number 1. Rico Carty is 1 for 2. The pitch from Holtzman. To left and deep for Carty. Back goes Williams, and it's gone. On to Waveland Avenue. Rico Carty crushed that hanging breaking ball, and it's 5-2 Braves. Cepeda now. Decker throwing again. The pitch to Orlando, he's 1 for 2, and that's ball 4. Boyer. Boy. Yeah, they're going to go get him. That's it for Ken Holtzman. Leo is out of the dugout and making a very slow walk to the home plate area where umpire Ronnie Millsap is holding forth. Leo is going to make a double switch, and the newest Cub, Jack Hyatt, is going to take over behind the plate for J.C. Martin. Hyatt will bat in the 9 spot. The new pitcher will be right-hander Joe Decker, and he will bat 8th. So a double switch for the Cubs here in inning number 5. Hyatt will lead off the bottom of the 5th for Chicago. Let's see what kind of stuff Decker has. But before we do that, we'll tell you about Holtzman's day. 4 1/3 innings, 2, 4, 6, 8 hits, 2 of them homers. He walked 2, he struck out 2, and allowed 5 runs so far. They're all earned. Yes, they're all earned. Cepeda is his responsibility. Holtzman could lose this game. He cannot win it. Joe Decker, 24 games in 1970, 17 starts, 1 complete game, good for 109 innings. He had a 1-loss record of 2-7. Decker, of course, probably best known for his time with the Twins. Anyway, he's on to face Boyer. It's a righty-righty matchup. Let's see what his stuff is like. It is C stuff today, which is not good news for Leo and the bullpen. Boyer at the plate. Cleat is 1 for 2. Cepeda at first, and there's 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th. Pitch to Joe Decker. From Joe Decker to Cleat Boyer. Ground ball, Glenn Beckert. Cuts it off from going up the middle. Beckert flips it to Kessinger for 1 in the relay to Banks. Is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the Cubs. So Decker with 1 pitch gets the Cubs out of the mess. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through this one. And your score, Braves 5, Cubs 2. Jack Hyatt, his first at bat as a Cub, fresh off the plane from Montreal. The pitch from Jarvis to struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 1 down in the 5th. Here's Kessinger. 2 for 2 for Kessinger today. The pitch from Jarvis, 54 chart. Fly ball center field. Tony Gonzalez is an error 3. He makes the catch for out number 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Now it'll be Beckert. Jarvis kicks and deals to the 0 for 2 Glenn Beckert, and he grounds one to Cleet Boyer at third. Boyer to his left, gloves it, plants, and throws to Cepeda for out number 3. Jarvis restores order with a 1-2-3 fifth. We go to the 6th, Atlanta 5, Chicago 2. Joe Decker will face Gonzalez, Tillman, and Jarvis, the bottom third of the Braves order in inning number 6. Gonzalez is 0 for 1. Decker kicks and deals. This will be an error check. Unless he strikes out Gonzalez. He struck him out with the upstairs gas. First strikeout for Decker. Second strikeout for Gonzalez. We go to Tillman now with 1 out. The pitch from Decker. Ground ball. Don Kessinger cuts it off from going up the middle. Plants and throws to Banks. Ernie makes a nice dig out of the dirt, and there's 2 gone. Pat Jarvis now on an 0 for 2 day. He does have a ribby. The pitch from Decker. Comebacker, glove by Joe Decker. He takes a couple steps toward Banks and throws him the ball, and that will retire the Braves. 1-2-3 in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming. Jarvis will face Billy Williams, Ron Santo, and Johnny Callison, lefty-righty lefty against the Braves right-hander in the 6th. Billy is 0 for 2. Cubs have some work to do. They're down by 3. The pitch. Base hit, Billy Williams to left field. He takes Jarvis the other way. Leadoff single. Santo 1 for 2 comes up now. The Braves infield moves for 2. The pitch. Fly ball to left. Under it is Carty. Tagging is Billy Williams. Carty falls down. Billy Williams tags up and heads to second. He slides. He is safe. And so Williams alertly tags and advances on a fly ball to Rico Carty in left. Johnny Callison now. Rico Carty, not exactly a Gold Glove candidate out there in left field. Okay, so Callison 0 for 1. He has walked. The pitch from Jarvis is gonna be ball 4. 2 on with 1 out now for Banks. It's time to talk stamina a little bit here. Jarvis can face 33 batters before stamina may become an issue. He has faced 23. All right, so Banks is 0 for 2. A long one wouldn't hurt here. The pitch from Jarvis to Banks. Base hit for Banks. Goes to center field. Are they going to wave Williams? Yes, they are. Billy Williams is going to score. Callison will stop at second, and it's 5-3. 1 out. Hickman coming up, and Jim's having a good day. He's 2 for 2. Lum Harris pacing in the Braves dugout. Braves infield playing for a double play. Jarvis the stretch. The pitch to Hickman. Hey, struck him out. Baked beans. Gas. 2 down in the 6th, and Decker is due, and we're going to see a pinch hitter for him. So, Decker goes an inning and 2/3 perfect innings. 1 strikeout, no walks, no hits, no runs allowed. And the new pitcher is going to be Jim Colborn. And the pinch hitter is going to be Paul Popovich, backup infielder. Will bat for Decker. Hyatt would be next. Jarvis, the stretch, the pitch to Popovich. Ground ball, Felix Millan. He gloves it, goes the short way to Sonny Jackson, and that's going to retire the Cubs in inning number 6. But they get a run on 2 hits. They cut the lead to 2. After 6 complete, it's Braves 5, Cubs 3. We have a new pitcher coming on for the Cubs, right-hander Jim Colborn, who has gotten more duty since the implosion of Messrs. Abernathy, Regan, and Aguirre in the Cub bullpen. He was kind of the forgotten man, but he's been getting more action lately. So Colborn takes over in the top of the 7th. 1970 stats, 34 games, 5 starts, 73 innings, a 3-1 record, and 4 saves. Sonny Jackson will lead off the top of the order for the Braves in the 7th. He'll be followed by Felix Millan and Henry Aaron. Jackson is 1 for 3. Let's see what kind of stuff Colborn has today. He has B stuff. 7th inning, 5-3 Braves. The pitch from Colborn to Jackson. This will be an error check. Unless he strikes Sonny out, he does not. The error check is a 52. That's an error check for Glenn Beckert, who is an error 8 at second base. And he makes the play to Ernie Banks for out number 1. 1 gone in the 7th. Felix Millan is 1 for 3. Colborn kicks and deals. This is gonna be in the air to left, but not deep. Billy Williams is there for out number 2. And finally, Henry Aaron, who's got an 0 for 3 day going, and he's the most dangerous 0 for 3 on the planet. The pitch from Colborn. Hey, struck him out on a bender. A 1-2-3 7th for Colborn, and look at the Cub bullpen getting the job done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch them out at Wrigley. No sign of Harry Carey. Going to be Hyatt, Kessinger, and Beckert coming up against Jarvis in the bottom of the 7th. We have action in the Braves bullpen now. It's Mike, Don't Call Me Steve McQueen, and Bob Pretty are cooking. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Lum Harris likes it. Whenever he's in the city with broad shoulders. Hyatt steps in against Jarvis. The pitch to Jack. Jarvis, and I'm throwing dice literally all over the room. And Kessinger with a base hit. He bangs this one to center field. Gonzalez collects it and throws it back in. Beckert up now, 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. And Leo's flashing signs. That can only mean one thing. Jarvis the stretch. The pitch to Beckert. There goes Kessinger. And that's hit in the air to left. Coming on is Carty. He manages to hold on to this one. Kessinger will retreat to first base. And now Billy Williams here in the bottom of the 7th. We are at 29 batters for Pat Jarvis. Billy Williams. They could go to Mike, don't call me Steve McQueen, but I don't think so. I think we'll stick with Jarvis. The stretch checks Kessinger at first. The pitch to Billy Williams. And it's a base hit for Billy Williams to left field. And Kessinger will stop at second. 2 on, 2 outs for Santo. And that brings Bob Pretty into the picture, a right-hander who's also throwing and is ready in the bullpen for Atlanta. Now we're up to 30 batters. They're going to stick with Jarvis. Jarvis the stretch and the delivery to Ron Santo. Santo hits it on a line at Tony Gonzalez into left center. He makes a nice running catch, and that retires the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. Your score, Braves 5, Cubs 3. Interesting game. A lot of interesting elements to this game today. Colborn out for inning number 2 of work, and he'll face Carty, Cepeda, and Boyer. 3 right-handers. In the Cubs bullpen is Phil Regan throwing. He has not pitched. Let's take a look and see how many days it's been for Phil Regan. Today is May 12th. Regan has not pitched since May 7th. Almost a week. He is warming in the bullpen now for Leo DeRocher. Colborn to Carty. Carty swings, hits it on the ground to Don Kessinger at short. He's up with it and throws to Banks for out number 1. Orlando Cepeda's 1 for 2, and he's in there now. The pitch going to be an error check unless he strikes him out on a 1-2-3. He does not strike him out. The error check is a 52. That is an error check for Glenn Beckert at second base. Beckert's error number is an 8. Glenn picks it and throws to Ernie Banks for out number 2. Here's Clete Boyer with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Cub bullpen continues to do a good job here today. The pitch from Colborn to Boyer. Base hit as soon as I say that for Clete Boyer to right field. Callison collects it and throws it back in. Tony Gonzalez comes up now. 2 outs. Boyer at first. The pitch to Gonzalez. Base hit for Tony Gonzalez. Goes to center field. Hickman does not have a weak arm, I don't believe. No, it's strong, in fact. And so Boyer will slam on the brakes at second. 2 on, 2 outs, and now Tillman, who is 2 for 3 with a bomb in today's game. Colborn the stretch, the pitch to Bob Tillman. Base hit for Tillman, another hit for Bob Tillman. This is on the infield off of Colborn's glove. Rolling towards Santo, everybody's going to be safe. And the bases are dripping with Braves. Jarvis is due. Well, Lum Harris, not a dumb man. He sees a chance to go for the jugular. And so he's going to send up a pinch hitter now for Pat Jarvis. Going to be Mike Lum, the future Cub, albeit 11 years from this point. Lum will bat for Jarvis in the 8th. Colborn with the bases loaded. Regan is ready in the bullpen. This may be Colborn's last batter. The stretch, 2 outs. Boyer at third, Gonzalez at second, Tillman at first. The pitch. Mike Lum hits it on the ground to Don Kessinger at short. He flips to Beckert covering, and the Cubs get out of the 8th without the Braves scoring any additional runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves 5, Cubs 3. Jarvis's day is over. We'll tell you about him and the new Braves pitcher. First, a word about Pat Jarvis. 7 innings. He allowed 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 3. He allowed 3 runs. They're all earned. Yes, they're all earned, and he's in line for the win today. The new Braves pitcher will be right-hander Bob Pretty. Pretty will bat in the 9 spot in the Braves order. 41 games in 1970 for Bob Pretty. 73 innings, a 5-5 record with 8 saves. Let's see what kind of stuff he's got. He has A stuff. And he will face Callison, Banks, and Hickman, lefty, righty, righty, in the Cub 8th. If anybody gets on, the pitcher spot will be due. And let's see what happens here. Pretty winds and deals to Callison, who's 0 for 1. The pitch. Ground ball. Sonny Jackson is up with it and throws to Orlando Cepeda for out number 1. Ernie Banks is 1 for 3, and he's in there now. The pitch from Pretty to Banks is to center and deep. Back goes Tony Gonzalez, and it's gone. Into the center field stands. Ernie Banks cuts the Braves lead to 1. Still only 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Hickman. Now, Hoyt Wilhelm is going to start to throw in the Braves bullpen. The 47-year-old knuckleballer. Pretty kicks and deals to Hickman. It's a 54 chart. Where are you? Fly ball center. Tony Gonzalez is an error 3. He makes the catch for out number 2. And now Colborn is due, standing in the on-deck circle. And Leo waves him back to come back to the dugout. Out of the dugout pops Willie Smith to pinch hit for Colborn. Phil Regan is walking in from the Cubs bullpen. He will be the next pitcher. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and Smith will bat for Colborn. 5-4 Braves. Bottom of the 8th. Pretty kicks and deals to Smith. Ground ball pulled to Orlando Cepeda to his right. He gloves it and feeds pretty covering, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 8. But the Cubs get to within a run on an Ernie Banks homer. We go to the 9th with your score: Atlanta 5, Chicago 4. Colborn is done for the day. You can put a fork in him, but he pitched 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, no runs. The new pitcher is Phil Regan. He will bat in the 8th spot. And he will face Sonny Jackson, Felix Millan, and Henry Aaron, the top third of the Braves order in the 9th. Regan is a guy they've got to get going, and I don't know if he can or not. 54 games in 1970, 76 innings, 5-9 record with 12 saves. He was not throwing hard by 1970, but Leo needed him to be good, and he wasn't. Let's see what kind of stuff he has today. The 16 is a C stuff. But they really don't have anybody better. Abernathy and Aguirre start to throw in the bullpen in case Leo needs them. Ab and Ag, as Jack Brickhouse was fond of saying. And Regan will face Sonny Jackson to start the 9th. Gotta hold them where they're at and see if you can get a run or two in the bottom of the inning. The pitch: Sonny Jackson. Got to go to the Wilder chart. Base hit to left. Sonny Jackson is going to try and stretch it into a double. Billy Williams has an average arm. Williams throwing to Beckert, covering at second, and he's safe. A leadoff double for Jackson, running on his own past the stop sign by the first base coach. He gets into scoring position with nobody out, and here's Felix Millan. All right, so how would Lum Harris do this? All right. Regan the stretch, the pitch to Felix. He squares to bunt, and he bunts through strike 3. 1 down. Now it's Aaron with Carty next on deck. Well, you can tell me what you would do in the comments. We got Jackson at second, 1 out, top of the 9th, 5-4 Braves. Aaron got a right-hander on the mound. Aaron is 0 for 4. Carty is 2 for 4 and would be next. I'm going to pitch to Aaron. I don't know. I'm pitching to Aaron. It's probably a mistake. The pitch from Regan to Aaron with Carty next. Oh my God. Left field and deep. Back goes Williams off the wall. Billy's got it on a hop off the wall. Throws toward the infield. Aaron into second with a double. And next is Carty. Jackson scores easily from second base. It's 6-4 Atlanta. Now I'm going to walk Carty and get to Cepeda, who is not any bowl of cherries either in 1970. With a 305 average and 34 dongs and 33 doubles just for fun. Regan having trouble. Cepeda up there, 1 for 3. The pitch from Phil to Orlando. This will be an error check unless he strikes him out, which would be only on a 1. He does not strike him out. The error check is for Glenn Beckert, and I keep having to look up his error number. It's an 8. And he boots it. And it's bad. He boots it. And then throws it away into foul territory past Ernie Banks. Aaron's going to score from second. Carty's going to go to third. Cepeda goes to second. It's a two-base error on Glenn Beckert as the Cubs fall apart in the ninth inning. Here comes Leo. He wants the ball from Phil Regan. He's going to the submariner, Ted Abernathy. And he's bringing the Cub infield in to face Clete Boyer. So the kids in the Cub bullpen got the job done, and the veterans, well, the brown streak down Phil Regan's legs is not from sliding practice. We'll just leave it at that. Abernathy with the infield in. He's pitching to Boyer. Clete is 2 for 4. Let's see what kind of stuff Ted has. C stuff. Yeah. All right, the pitch to Clete. This will be a range check. He cannot strike him out. It's for Billy Williams in left field. Williams' range is a 10. And he makes the catch. Holding is Carty. And now Gonzalez will be the batter. Here comes Leo. He wants Aguirre to face Gonzalez. And the third Cub pitcher of the ninth inning. The score is 7-3 Braves. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Tillman would be next. There are 2 outs. Carty at third, Cepeda at second. Not speed to burn on the base paths. See what kind of stuff Aguirre has. He has C stuff. Why not? All right, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Aguirre to Gonzalez is hit to right and deep. Back goes Callison, and it's gone. A 3-run bomb for Tony Gonzalez, and as Skip Carey would say, it is now time to walk the dog. It's a 5-run Braves ninth. 10, I think I said the Cubs had 3 runs before. It's 4. So the Braves now lead 10-4. Bob Tillman comes to the plate. 3 for 4 for Tillman. And a base hit. Bob Pretty comes to the plate. And I gotta grab his card. Let's see if he even has a card. He may not have had any plate appearances. He did. Oh my gosh, he had 15 appearances at the dish. 200 average. Aguirre the stretch. The pitch to Pretty. Hey, struck him out, but much, much, much too late. The Braves get 5 runs in one of the ugliest innings of the replay. On 4 hits, there was an intentional walk, a 2-base error. All sorts of bullpen hijinks for the Cubs. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Pretty is coming back out to finish the job. Leo DeRocher is breaking out the vaping materials as he has shattered all of the breakables in the Cubs dugout. It is 10-4 Braves, bottom of the ninth. Hyatt, Kessinger, and Beckert, 9-1-2 in the Cubs ninth. Pretty kicks and deals. Base hit for Hyatt down the left field line. Carty's got to go get it out of the corner. Around first goes Hyatt. He's got his first Chicago Cubs base hit. Here's Kessinger. Don is 3 for 4. Pretty the stretch, the pitch. And Kessinger hits it on the ground to Orlando Cepeda at first. Hyatt's going to move to third. Cepeda will make the play himself, unassisted, and there's one gone in the bottom of the ninth. Hyatt on third base now for Beckert, 0 for 4. Pretty the stretch, the pitch to Glenn Beckert, and there's a base hit. It's 10-5. Billy Williams comes up now. Pretty the stretch, the pitch, there's your 5th run. The pitch from Pretty to Billy Williams. Comebacker, gloved by Pretty. He turns and fires to Jackson for 1 at second, and the relay to Cepeda is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing, and in this case, game-ending 1-6-3 double play turned by the Braves. And we have a Braves winner. In fact, we have a Braves sweep of the 2-game series. Your final score, 10-5 Atlanta. Here are your totals. For Atlanta, 10 runs, 15 hits, and they committed no errors. And they also hit 3 home runs. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 12 base hits, and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher is Pat Jarvis. Bob Pretty does earn a save because it was a 1-run game in the 8th when he came on. And he basically, kind of, was effective. For the Cubs, the losing pitcher is Ken Holtzman, and his record becomes 2-1. The Cubs as a team now 15-13. Thanks for being with me, and I hope you have a good evening. So long, everybody.